My wife and I spent a 3-night Valentine's Day weekend in Las Vegas. We stayed on the Strip at the Wynn Hotel, flew round trip on American Airlines, saw Babyface live in concert, did some shopping, enjoyed great meals, got around town using Lyft, and ended the trip with food and drinks at the Centurion Lounge before flying back home. Total value for the weekend? Easily over $4,700. Total out-of-pocket cost? Just $80.94. And in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how we made it happen using just 4 credit cards and the right strategy. I'm Ken Rashad, media entrepreneur, content creator, and someone who believes you should get your money back every time you swipe your card. Now, this wasn't a fluke or some influencer perk. This was a real-world, fully planned, and fully funded trip built on points and benefits that anyone can access. With just 4 credit cards, the Capital One Venture X, Amex Platinum, Chase Sapphire Reserve, and Chase Freedom Unlimited, we created a high-end Vegas experience that cost us less than $100 in actual cash. So if this sounds like something you want to do, I created a free resource called the Ultimate Travel Rewards Cheat Sheet. It breaks down the exact cards I recommend to get started, how to earn and stack points fast, and the common mistakes a lot of people make when using credit card rewards. It's completely free, so grab it using the link in the description below and follow along. So the missus and I booked round-trip tickets from Dallas to Las Vegas on American Airlines at a value of $1,400. Both of us used the Capital One Venture X to book those tickets through the Capital One Travel Portal, applied the $300 annual travel credit the card provides, and then covered the rest with Capital One miles. There were no taxes or fees, and our total out-of-pocket cost? $0. And because the flights were booked as paid fares, we still earned American Airlines Advantage miles, even though we used points to pay for the tickets. For our stay, we booked a 3-night Valentine's Day weekend at the Wynn Las Vegas through the Fine Hotel and Resorts program via the Amex Platinum card. Now that unlocked a ton of perks, including a complimentary room upgrade, which included a high floor room with a panoramic view, a daily breakfast credit, which was in essence free breakfast that allowed us to eat at select locations within the Wynn Resort, including the Cafe El Titro, I think I'm saying that correctly, and of course the widely popular buffet at the Wynn. Now, if you intend on eating at the buffet at the Wynn, it is strongly recommended that you make a reservation as soon as you check in, because we weren't able to make a reservation until the morning of our last day at the hotel. The program also came with a $100 experience credit, early check-in, and a 4 p.m. late checkout, which also came in handy for us on the final day of our stay. Now, we prepaid the reservation using Amex membership rewards points. And after the charge posted, we received the annual $200 hotel credit that Amex provides as a statement credit. The total retail value of the stay was a little over $2,100, but our net out-of-pocket cost for the hotel was just $80.94. One of the highlights of the entire weekend was seeing Babyface live in concert. The tickets cost $270, and we paid for them using the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which earns 1.5% cash back on every purchase. And while making the purchase through Ticketmaster, I was able to activate a 1% cashback offer from Rakuten, allowing us to stack even more value on the transaction. Now, after the charge posted, we used the Chase Pay Yourself Back option to cover the full cost using rewards we had already earned, effectively erasing the entire expense. So while we paid for the tickets up front, we ultimately paid nothing out of pocket and earned rewards in the process. Now, we also managed to do a little shopping. Personally, I spent $470 on a couple of items, like some sneakers from Lacoste and this pretty fly button-up from Burberry. Those purchases were also made using the Chase Freedom Unlimited, again earning 1.5 cash back on all purchases. And later, after the purchase posted to my account, I used points earned from previous spending to apply statement credits to erase those charges completely. Once again, no cash spent. Now, transportation. Other than using the monthly $15 Uber credit to get us from the airport to the hotel and back to the airport for our return trip home, we use Lyft for our transportation needs to take us everywhere else, to the restaurants, the concert, and various shopping spots. Every ride was charged to my Chase Sapphire Reserve card, which also comes with a $300 annual travel credit. Because rideshare services like Lyft qualify as travel, the charges were automatically reimbursed. No points used, no manual redemption, just $0 spent out of pocket. Now, when it came to meals, we didn't hold back either. We stopped at Chipotle for a quick lunch while we were shopping. We had to make sure to check out Hattie B's for some Nashville hot chicken, Yardbird for an upscale southern dinner, and of course El Segundo Soul for some fajitas and margaritas. All of our restaurant charges went on either the Chase Sapphire Reserve card or the Chase Freedom Unlimited, both of which currently earn 3x points on dining. Then of course, we used the Chase Pay Yourself Back option to erase every single one of those meal purchases. That means every meal we enjoyed while in Vegas was effectively paid for with points, not money from our account. And as if the weekend couldn't get any better, we wrapped it up with a visit to the Centurion Lounge on the way home in the Vegas airport for some free food and drinks, all thanks to the Amex Platinum card. It was that little extra something that added even more value to an already unforgettable weekend. So here's a recap. I used a 4-card strategy where each card played a specific role. First, I used the Capital One Venture X to book our round-trip flights through the Capital One travel portal. The card's $300 annual travel credit was applied instantly, and I used Capital One miles to cover the rest. So the total cost of our airfare, $0. Then I used the Amex Platinum to book our 3-night stay at the Wynn through the Fine Hotel and Resorts program. I prepaid the booking using membership rewards points, and after the charge posted to my account, I received a $200 statement credit, bringing our net out of pocket for the stay to just $80.94. When it came to getting around the city, I charged all of our Lyft rides to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which also offers an annual $300 travel credit. Now, those rides are automatically reimbursed. The CSR also earns 3x points on dining, which we later used to cover those food charges through cashback statement credits. Lastly, I used the Chase Freedom Unlimited for purchases like concert tickets, dining, and shopping. It earns 1.5 cash back on everything, but also offers 3% on dining, and I stacked it with a 1% Rakuten offer for extra cash back. I then used cash back points from that card to cover those expenses, bringing all of those categories down to $0 as well. So all 4 cards worked like a system, each one handling a different part of our trip so that nearly every dollar we spent was covered with either points, credits, or cash back. So when you total everything up, the flights, the 3-night stay, concert tickets, Lyft rides, shopping, dining, and even lounge access, the weekend came out to an estimated $4,700 in retail value. $4,700 in retail value. But thanks to stacking card perks, points, and cashback offers, our actual out-of-pocket cost was just $80.94. Not a sale, not a promo, just a smart use of points and rewards. So if you want to start doing this yourself, download my Ultimate Travel Rewards cheat sheet. It's free and linked below in the description area. And if you want to see exactly what $80 got us at the Wynn, check out my Wynn Las Vegas room tour. There is a link to the video below in the description area as well. So until next time, God bless you.